Hello everyone, it's Retroaction and welcome back to another Boot Fair haul vid. Though this isn't as much a Boot Fair haul vid, I will apologise because I haven't actually managed to get to many boot fairs since the start of July, and from the 31st of July to the 4th of August I was at Gloucester, so that was quite nice. I managed to pick up a few bits. I got quite a haul today that I've managed to get over the last few days. Yeah, so got more figures from lines that I had very few from, and managed to expand some other stuff as well, some other lines with more figures. So yeah, I got a mixture of rarer and more obscure stuff. So yeah, we should start with on the Wednesday. We are on the way to the games table, which is the episode I've just uploaded to as part of the Space Zone series. That's the one, the most recent one, the latest one. That same day, I found that there was a retro toy store on the market in the city, so I went there and I was just looking around. At first, there was a few Toy Biz, Marvel superheroes figures, Spider-Man, I think, and then there were a few comics. There were Transformers cards, which were a bit disappointing, but though after looking at the comics, we came in through the comics end of the shop. It's like a side bit with just loads of comics, and I got a side view of the counter, and I immediately spotted that something, and it definitely caught my eye, that there was a very nice figure in there. Went over to the counter. I told her I was there with Simon and Carl, obviously, because that's the Space Zone crew, me, Simon, and Carl. So we went over to this market stall, and I spotted this figure. We went round to the back of the counter, had a look at it, and I was very pleased to find. We were very pleased to find another Visionaries figure, Lexor. So from Hasbro in 1987. So to get one of these is fantastic, because I've only managed to get one as of yet, as of that point in time. Darkstorm. He's got a bit of a loose head as well, and he's actually in better condition than Darkstorm too. Both have their staffs. Now, I did put the staff in his hand, and it did cause a bit of a stress mark, but as you can see, the hologram's working, and Carl put the staff in the Darkstorm's hands. That's just the way they're designed. Don't exactly know why, but saying that they're based off a G.I. Joe Real American Hero construction, the O-rings and everything. You can tell from the arm design. I always thought they held their fig there. I'm sure they hold their weapons a lot better than Visionaries do, but there we go. But to have more Visionaries is always nice, so that was a good find. Very pleased. Also, on that counter, there was a Kenner Star Wars Power of the Force 2 ASP 7 for £3. Lexor was 20, so I was very pleased. In fact, this wasn't at the games table. This was the next day, actually. I've just remembered. This was the Thursday when we went to Athena. And I will like to point out that, if anyone hasn't noticed already, there was actually a mistake in the games table playthrough of Pandemic. We did play it incorrectly, as we briefly brought up at the end, so just go to the end of that there. But we didn't pay for the research station in our later games. We have played about 4 or 5 games of that now, and we might play one sometime next week, because Simon's off again next week, so expect more Space Zone action next week, hopefully, depending if the weather's nice. And I don't know if I don't think I'll be going to any boot fairs tomorrow. I don't think there'll be a haul vid tomorrow, because there's a 90% chance of rain. No, not from 7 o'clock onwards, but I haven't checked the forecast for tonight, and it just poured it down literally an hour ago as I was making this video. This is actually my 3rd attempt at it, so yeah, I don't know if anything will be dry enough for any boot fairs to happen tomorrow, but hence why I'm doing the video now. Plus, this is more the Gloucester trip video anyway. Yeah. But anyway, that's what I managed to find at the city. in the city. Yeah, that's what I managed to find here before I went off to Gloucester. Though just before we went, Carl told me that there was a Kenneth Star Wars figure on eBay, and I was very pleased to have found out we had won one of the 1985 figures. Now this is an incredible find, and this is a great figure. His only issue is he's got a deformed foot, though you can barely make it out really. It doesn't take anything away from him whatsoever. So I am very pleased to say we have finally managed to get a Power of the Force figure. The Imperial Gunner from 1985. From the Kenneth Star Wars The Power of the Force line. Incredible. Absolutely phenomenal. One of my favourite figures of the vintage line. He is in absolutely amazing condition. We won him on eBay. He's got the gun as well. He came with his gun too. 100% complete, though I don't know if the gun is original or not, though apparently if it floats in water it is, and it did, so apparently it had when they tested it. But that does look like an original gun, because we saw the reproductions and there's a slight difference, so hopefully, fingers crossed, that is an original gun, but nonetheless, incredible find. Really pleased to have finally got our first Power of the Force figure. Not Power of the Force 2, but the Power of the Force. The Power of the Force from 1985. The last 17 figures. Or 15. Or 14, because Anakin and two of the Ewoks were available for Return Jedi. But either way, incredible to have one of the last Kenner figures from the vintage line anyway. So that was a great find, fantastic stuff. And he arrived on the Tuesday, and I was informed about that because I called up Carl and Simon each night until Tuesday and Wednesday anyway. But on the Mondays, he must have arrived Monday actually, because he said, "Oh, the Imperial Gunners arrived today." And yeah, Gloucester was nice, and that's where we're coming on to now. So the rest of the stuff I managed to find at the Antique Centre in Gloucester. Yeah, so I should get onto that right now. Gloucester was very nice. The weather became a little bit rubbish on Monday night when we were at the docks. We soon fled to Wagamama. We had a very nice quaitly fryer meal, fish and chips. They were massive actually, better than the fish and chips here. The Happy Fish and Chips that we kept going on about and kept saying was good, but be it in price and value, so and quality. And yeah, it was very nice. We stayed at the Holiday Inn Express. It was good. Anyway, but at the Antique Centre, I walked in. Now, this is a Dave's Classic Toys, is what I'd known it as anyway, from when I looked it up on Tuesday. It's in fact the first thing I thought of when I was thinking about places to go in Gloucester. Turned out there was a retro toy shop there, but it wasn't exactly a shop. It was more of an antique centre, which Dave's Classic Toys was merged into. So there were lots of die-cast cars, Dinky, Matchbox, Hot Wheels, but within a case there were a few Kenner figures, and I managed to pick up the Weequay, Kenner Star Wars Return Jedi Weequay, for £9.50 for £9, with the weapon complete. Really nice find. And then a little bit further on, after a few more looks around, I managed to find something else was in the case. I found a die-cast helicopter, a blue one, and it said MR40 on it, and I immediately recognised that this could possibly be a GoBot that I had managed to find. I took it out of the case and found, yes, MR40 was on there, but I just could tell. I didn't actually see the MR40 bit actually, it was like parked in there. And yep, so I managed to find the GoBot flip top. Really nice. Now, unfortunately, it is missing the rotors. Now, that is a good thing, because of the rotors it did come with were these ones. These are the rotors it did come with, and they were for a Super GoBot Warpath, which I've just managed to find on eBay yesterday. So I might be getting him. I'll give you an update on that if I do, or a review. The green camouflage version. All it's missing is the rotors, so I knew it was a rare piece, and I thought it might have come with another GoBot as well. And it turned out it had. However, as I'm talking about the GoBots, I didn't manage to get back. So I went there on the Sunday. We got there on the 31st of July, just a Saturday. So thanks to all the roadworks and diversions, that day was ultimately a failure. But on the Sunday, I managed to get into the city centre, went to Eastgate, went down 26 Westgate Street, which is where the antique shop is, and that's where I bought those figures. They came to £16.30, so that wasn't bad. Fortunately, though, I did realise that Fightor and Crasher were there, or the white version of Crasher, I believe, was there, but Fightor was definitely there, a red jet with chromed wings from the GoBots line, and he was, well, as they had flip top, they must have had more than one, and he was only he was only one case down. It was only like on the next shelf or something, but when I got there on the Wednesday, he had gone, unfortunately. But what I did manage to find was that originally there were only a couple of Transformers there. There was a Galvatron, Ultra Magnus and a Grapple G1. I took out the Grapple. That was the first one I was interested in. Fortunately, die-cast wear, paint wear, damaged parts, missing one of the missiles, and very loose in places. So I put them back. But on the Wednesday, I managed to find that there were three more things there. Someone had obviously taken Fightor, because when I got back to that shop, where he was, it was blank, it was empty, and I'm sure that's where he was. I couldn't see him. I had a good look for Crasher as well. Turned out he was a die-cast car, so maybe he wasn't there at all to begin with. But I went up to the main case where I'd found Grapple, and parked in a bag were two Constructicons, yellow Constructicons. So I managed to pick up Long Haul and Scrapper. They came to £30. Scrapper's probably the worst one of the lot, as he's missing his canopy, which is the rarer part. He's got a bit of a loose head as well, but the stickers are nice. But Long Haul is only short of a gun. Yeah, very pleased. Really like these Constructicons. Obviously, I've already got a Mixmaster from the yellow Constructicons. They're the 1992 version. The counterparts to the Rescue Force, which I now have as well. Yeah, so not bad overall. A good find. More GoBots, more Visionaries, lines that I had only one figure off up until now, and I'm definitely thinking of finding more in the future. A Power of the Force figure, and 3 more Kenner Star Wars bits as well, and 2 more Transformers. I wasn't actually expecting to get any Transformers at that shop, but I was very pleased to. Anyway, right, it's been Retroaction with Retro Horvid 4. I don't know if I'll do I don't know if it'll go back to Boot Fair Horvids or what. Depends on the weather. Bit unsure about how this week. Bit uncertain about how this week's going to go down, as the Boot Fairs are just only one day away. It's tomorrow, but we'll let you know. Anyway, it's been Retroaction with Boot Fair Horvid with Horvid 4. Really pleased with all these figures. Quite a good haul I've managed to build up over the last few weeks. Definitely look for more reviews coming soon. Goodbye for now.